G'day folks. Well, I figured before I get rid of this Miele drum unit and that dead machine there, which little car was nice enough to drag up from down the back, we might as well try the old spinning fire drum again. As you'd recall on a previous video, this is one where I threw a heap of jet fuel soaked rags inside it, and yeah, it spun it till it burnt the motor up and kept burning as well. So it's well and truly toasted, but I'm going to pull the inner drum unit out and set it up next to that one on a stand, and we'll have them both running at once. And I'll probably have a little line coming down and in, feeding waste sump oil and heating oil and that sort of stuff in there. Waste degreaser sump contents. So it should be quite interesting. This one still turns pretty well. It's not melted or anything. Evidently the drive plate wasn't cast alloy. If it was aluminium it would have melted, because even these little brackets and things on the door, yeah, that one there, that metal bracket and everything melted off and fell on the ground. So it's gotten very hot, but the bearings and everything still feel perfect. It's just the drive plates dragging on the housing. Nothing wrong with that. Same with this one here, even after all the abuse. I was just experimenting with flame-proofing material to put between the motor and the outer drum. That's acoustic ceiling tile from an office, you know, suspended ceilings with the rectangular tiles. It's compressed cardboard, but I think they soak it in sodium silicate and a few other different things. They even add powdered vermiculite to it because it will not sustain burning. I held my map torch on there on full for about 2 minutes, and that's about all the burn that I got. The paint and everything's gone a bit powdery, the powder coating, but it didn't actually catch fire, so it's actually quite handy as a temporary flame retardant or heat barrier for this sort of thing, because I can stuff it all in here. Probably block this off and have another hole up here. I'll just burn a hole with the welder. So I'm going to have 2 big vent holes on top. That's obviously the air intake. And yeah, fire be with us. So I'm going to unchain this one and pull the drum unit out. Well, that's the first one done. I guess the only thing to do next is to attach some fuel injection equipment. It'd be direct oil injection. Probably shouldn't have cut this hole here since air's venting out down like that, so I'm just going to put a baffle on it so I've got flame coming up there and flame coming out there. So I just burned holes in the drum with the arc welder. Bottom hole's covered up, and I found some of this fiberglass, aluminum backed fiberglass wool stuff to insulate it, so hopefully we don't burn the motor up, not like last time. So yeah, should last quite a while. I don't know what the drive plate in this one's made out of, the 3-legged spider plate. Hopefully it's welded stainless steel, not aluminum. The cheap ones are all cast alloy, at least the ones with the plastic outer drums are cast alloy, and they melt after a while, assuming the plastic drum doesn't melt first. But either way, this thing should be a bit of fun. Still got to put a new motor on the other one and mount that on a stand. I'm using the old stand from the 253 V8. I was going to throw that stand in the on the scrap trailer last week, but something told me I should keep it, and now I know why. Something told me I should keep it for this experiment. It's about 160 volts, which is more than fast enough once it's on fire. 220, 260. Not too bad. It should be a bit of fun. I'll see what I've got in the way of oil pumps tonight and look at a oil spray bar injection system in it. I think I know where I've got a good spray bar for it. It came out of a colour photocopier and it was responsible for spraying oil over the top of the silicon rubber fusing drum. It was one of those silicon oil fed old school copier feeders, but it's got lots of tiny little holes along it. So if I can repurpose that with an old power steering pump, should be able to get a fair bit of oil pumped in there at high pressure. Then we'll have a real inferno. Awesome. I might also plug that up too. I notice air blowing out here. I don't need a flamethrower pointing right at me, so I'll make a metal plug and just ram it in there and just tack weld it. Just as I did with the bottom drain pump hole. So hopefully all the fire comes out the top. Mind you, something probably go horribly wrong and burn the motor up, but either way I've got another one sitting over there waiting to be resurrected. It's all good fun. Okay, proof test time. I figure I've got a couple of fire extinguishers handy and some heating oil soaked rags. We'll give it a shot. Assuming the stuff wants to burn. Oh, there we go. It's not the most flammable of oil, but it'll do the job once it gets hot. And don't go out. Damn it, it's not hot enough yet. The oil's too heavy. It's got to let the heat get through the drum a bit. It's like a diesel engine, you got to warm it up before you really go for it. I know, losing it altogether. Smells like burning soap powder. Whoops. That's better. Slowly getting up to temperature. Okay, one last rag before we call it quits. We're up to running temperature now, so it should be pretty good. Plus I've got a rag on top to catch any vapour. Not quite. That's better. Takes a bit to get it warmed up though. Yeah, it's about all the fuel gone. Yep. That rag's already gone. Oh, that was fun. Just got to work on the air venting and air direction. I think I'm losing too much and I don't have any good ignition coming out the top. But apart from that, it seems to work quite well. Drive belt's alright. That tar paper on the back's getting a bit hot though. That'll eventually catch fire and burn the bloody drive belt, but I've got a couple more now. This is the original belt. It's got a big split in it, but it'll work.